Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 video. Today I want to do the level 50 Capstone dungeon together with you with my FrostQueen, or more like now heavily on Frozen Orb build. I tried to pump it up as much as I can. I haven't spent any Paragon points. You see I'm already level 50, but I want to simulate what it is like if you just reach 50 and have no Paragon points yet. Of course, if you farm your Renown while going to 50, you will get some of these Paragon points already, or if it's a Twink, then you might already have this, like me. But I feel like this is a better comparison if it works on 50 without Paragon points. As for gear, I'm just hovering over it. It's just everything that I found up to 50. I did a lot of Tree of Whispers actually. So nothing too crazy, nothing like where you say, oh no, that's I cannot find this. I mean, Frozen Orb legendary aspect unfortunately cannot be found in dungeons. I hope they will change that in the future. But if you don't find this, maybe just go more the Blizzard route. It's not like super powerful, but it helps. And then just some, just some pretty normal stuff. Nothing too crazy. Attack power 1.4, armor 2.8, and life 1.3k. As for abilities, as I said, I'm mainly focusing on Frozen Orb. I know it's not the best skill in the game, but I like it. It's my favorite skill in the game, or like in all Diablo games, I guess. One of my favorites. And also I got the Frostbolt 5 out of 5. We have +2 ranks from items and Frozen Orb, so that helps a bit. And then I'm also going with Glass Cannon. We'll see how that works to have more damage. Ice Armor and Frost Nova. Ice Blades to give me a little bit of cooldown reduction, as well as applying like vulnerable sometimes or freezing the enemy, because lucky hit chance on Ice Blades is actually crazy. It's 89%. And we have protection for some barrier, as well as all these passives here: Snap, Freeze, Cold Front, and Icy Veil. Currently I only have 1 point in the Blizzard and 2 from items, because I opted to take more into the passives for more damage for Frozen Orb. But you can also take some of these out and go with more damage from Blizzard. So as you can see, I also have all these passives here: Icy Touch, Frigid Breeze, Hoarfrost, and Permafrost to increase my damage even further, and then Avalanche to get some free Frozen Orb shots in. Hopefully it procs pretty often. That's why we also go on to a lucky hit when we look for gear. Again, like, you have to see what you get while you're leveling, but usually, like, for example, a wand has inherent lucky hit chance. Then also on rings you can find lucky hit chance, and on gloves. I don't even have that much right now. I think it's not that super high. If I can find it here, lucky hit chance bonus is 25%. So it's not huge, but it's okay. With that being said, let's see how it goes. It won't be super pretty, I can already tell you that, but it will be okay. I think it will be okay. And this is completely self-found. Yes, I have some things from my... how can I go to that here? Some things already unlocked here, but again, I'm not using the Paragon points, and you should be able to reach like the 3rd tier here pretty easily. I just haven't focused on Renown on this character, but if you're leveling up to 50, just get enough Renown to get the skill points. That would be advisable. I haven't played this character in a while actually, so we'll see how this goes. So the Capstone dungeon is always the same. Whoop. As you can see, I need to get used to it again. Like my rogue. It's always the same in terms of structure. First of all, you have to collect the animus. And that's terrible. What am I doing? Let's see here. Give me a minute to get used to it again. You have to like position pretty well on Frozen Orb. It's something I don't really like as much. Oh yeah, by the way, enchantments Where is it? Where can I? Enchantments are. Okay, I need the mouse for this. Frostbolt, which applies more chill, so the enemies get frozen more frequently, and Frozen Orb enchantment. And this one is interesting because it always launches a Frozen Orb at a nearby enemy, which also sometimes can be pretty close, and then the Frozen Orb doesn't travel as far, which is interesting, I think. I would like the option, like if they're very close, I feel like I'm not doing like really much damage with the Frozen Orb. Also, only the explosion of Frozen Orb has the chance to apply vulnerable, so feels a bit weird actually if they're close, and then I have to stutter step back. But I feel like the cast of Ice Blades is super super slow for some reason. See if they're like staying there, if they're in place. That's why I want to emphasize on chilling and frozen. That's actually pretty good, and I can stack frozen orbs on top of them. If they're like close to me, no dice. Like this guy, spam frozen orbs, and then I'm out of mana, which is unfortunate. And then when he's close, I'm really a bit struggling. I mean, only struggling in terms of kill speed. In terms of survivability, we're actually pretty much fine. Again, it's not super pretty, or you're not like just waltzing through this. But I feel like that's not the goal here. The goal is to be able to reach World Tier 3 with a build that you like, that you want to play, not like the meta build that you have to play and like it's not fun for you, but you feel like you need to. Like this is the build. Oh, this can be a build if you like that. And of course, you want to feel powerful. But the Capstone dungeon, I mean, I'm fresh 50. I have items that are 37. Usually, I would like farm a bit more, and then consequently like do more damage because of better gear. So this is very much a fresh 50 experience. Which, I mean, that being said, I'm actually pretty happy with the outcome. Sometimes like I'm really going off here and it feels great. Sometimes not so much, but that's mostly due to resource. Like if I can find a way to keep my resource up by still spamming frozen orbs, that would be great. Oops, I wanted to cast Frostnova, but I have cooldown. So you see here, like this is a level 41 armor and I'm wearing 38. Like my items are pretty low, or let's say item power is not as great. I upgrade my gear all to like 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5, because the first 3 upgrades are actually pretty cheap. With the last upgrade needing mostly like, most of the time it needs some kind of legendary material. That's why I skipped this. I mean, of course I have it because it's a twink, but again, trying to simulate like a fresh experience. Solo self-found, so to say, which is kind of hard to simulate. Like in this game, every character after your first character is never gonna be solo self-found because you're always sharing your whole gold stash. You're always sharing all your materials. It is like wild to me. You always have the altars of Lilith already unlocked. So if I want to simulate like a real fresh experience, I kind of have to buy the game new, make a new account. It's wild. Please give me the option, right? And I guess Altars of Lilith is just a chore that you kinda should have done by 50, but I don't even have every altar yet because I'm kind of lazy in that regard. I have most of them. Oh yeah, that's the game though. It's never really, unless they implement some solo self-found mode where you really are starting from scratch, cannot trade, have your own stash, your own gold on this character. It's never gonna be so self-found. And how can you differentiate? Like, what's your gold that you farmed with this character versus like what you already had on the whole account? That's kind of it's my biggest gripe in terms of this missing mode. Like one of the appeals of Diablo 2 for me was to solo self found a new character from scratch and see how well I can play it through normal, nightmare, and hell. Here, this appeal isn't really here. Um, so I don't know. I don't even know what would be the gameplay, the playthrough. Like campaign is not it's not really made for it here. You can play for the campaign again, but it's not a challenge. Like for example, playing through Nightmare or more so playing through Hell in Diablo 2. Like playing through Hell itself is a challenge. So what's the challenge here? I don't know. Like the challenge of a playthrough. Like getting stronger here and like farming, yes. But it feels like every new character you make is instantaneously is a grind and not a challenge. It's just a grind. It's just a like time effort. Like for example, in Diablo 2, yes, it also was a grind, of course, but it also like playing through the game with some characters, even normal mode was hard, like melee characters. It's a challenge. And then you decide, okay, do I grind more before I go further, or do I try it underleveled or like with less gear or something, which is a challenge itself. And here, I don't know, like what would you do? I'm actually asking, like maybe you have some idea, then please tell me in the comments, like what would be a fun way to play through something in the game? Like what is it? Like I don't see it right now. I don't think the campaign is it. Maybe if seasons come, maybe it's something there, like this whole seasonal side quest that is more condensed or something. And then start on World Tier 2. Maybe that's the challenge. Not sure yet. Because other than that, I mean, you just either do Trees of Whispers or dungeons to grind to 50 before you can reach World Tier 3. Or, I don't know. And then after this Capstone dungeon, you farm again, you go to 70, you farm more items to get stronger, and then you have another Capstone dungeon 70, which is actually hard. This one here, not so much, but the 71 is actually hard, especially the boss. And again, depending on your build, your gear, etc. And then you grind until 100 and have like this super omega huge boss called Uber Lilith, which is actually hard. That's what I heard. I haven't tried her myself. I'm 95 on my rogue. But I think we need something in between. Like, I don't know. And I think also the campaign is not so great for like multiple playthroughs because there's so much dialogue. I mean, you can skip it, of course, but there's so much running around and dialogue. It's like a journey. It's like an experience, and I get that. And it was a great experience. Of course, Diablo 2 is also an experience, but you can also just, you know, straightforward do the few quests that are there. It's kind of different. And I guess nowadays people would complain if they released like a campaign that you have to play through 3 times or 4 times even, like with the 3 difficulties or 4 with Diablo 3 and Inferno. People would be like, "What is that? That's lazy." And I mean, they kind of have a point then. Like, it's kind of weird, but it actually worked. I mean, it was about like, oh, can I do this on a higher difficulty again and again? And with the world tiers, it's not quite the same. I cannot even play the campaign again. Like with the same character. Once I played it, like everything is done. Like I cannot play the bosses again, which is a shame because there are great bosses in there. I need to do a new character, and then I'm stuck to world tier 1 and 2 to just play through the campaign, which is not really appealing. So what can we do as a challenge, as a continuous playthrough? Leveling up characters is not super interesting. Maybe leveling a specific build, like, oh, I'm gonna be like this frozen orb sork and play until level 50 or something. I don't know. Takes a lot of time though, I think, compared to just getting carried in like a few hours. And doing just Trees of Whispers over and over, is that really like enjoyable content? Like, where's the challenge? I'm doing a bad build. That's the challenge, maybe? See, I'm thinking out loud. Because this really, yeah, I don't know. For example, going solo self-found as a Blade Fury assassin through Diablo 2. Like, this was one of the coolest things that I enjoyed there. And especially doing it on hardcore. So what is something similar in D4? I don't know. No idea. Begs the question, what is something similar in D3? And I would say nothing. The same. Like, do you have adventure mode? Doing bounties or rifts over and over until you're all higher level? You're not really playing the campaign again and again, but at least in the current state of Diablo 3. But there has to be something. Something other than just grinding dungeons over and over, right? Alright, I talked my way through the dungeon. Took some time. Don't expect this to be a super speedy dungeon. I mean, it's a capstone. It takes time. Of course, with a different build, maybe a better, more damage. Frozen Orb is lacking in some regards. And now, this is going to be interesting because it's actually hard. I have to evade some stuff. I might be a bit more quiet now. Oh, there it is. Didn't even evade that one. Good thing is with this build, you have a lot of freeze and a lot of stagger. Yikes. Because on lucky hit we freeze, on a chance, like lucky hit and then chance we freeze, and ice blades have a high lucky hit chance, so keep that ice blades up. Keep moving. Get some basics in between. I think I have the aspect that gives me 20% damage reduction if I use a basic. That's good. I wonder if the extra cast of Frozen Orb also gets the bonus from my key passive when it triggers. Can you not target the bone wall, please? So weird. The controller actually has its downsides, but I enjoy most of it. Oop. Where did he go? Nine. Ouch. So this can one-shot you, or like if you get hit by all of it, you have to care. So I can only stagger him twice or what? Because now the stagger bar is barely moving. And there you go. We beat the Capstone dungeon. I already beat it before. That's why I don't get uniques. Usually you get like, I think 1 or 2 uniques. Not uniques, 1 or 2 legendaries here. So there you go. And yeah, this is the Frozen Orb build. Again, not the most super fast, but I enjoy Frozen Orb. I try to make it work. I'm curious about Paragons and how I can make it really better. Right now I don't really even have rare glyphs, but yeah, something has to be here to at least make it decent. If you watched this far, then thank you so much. Thank you hearing me talk about Diablo 4 and D2. If you have some ideas on challenges on playthroughs on D4, please leave a comment below. And yeah, I wish you good luck. Have fun. And goodbye.